Marhaban. Next week is Eid al-Adha. So usually around holiday times, I get a lot of questions asking how somebody from abroad can buy something for somebody inside Jordan from a shop inside Jordan as well. And usually this comes from people who know that shipping to Jordan can be either quite costly or quite unreliable. Specifically, if you're going to go with Joe Post or someone like that, I mean, I personally have had terrible experience with Joe Post. Friends and family have sent me letters and different packages and things, and they've just never arrived. I think probably, there's maybe 50 packages that have never arrived. So for me personally, it doesn't work. Other people seem to have quite good experiences with it, but it does seem to be, it's not the most reliable service. So I do get a lot of these questions. How do I send my loved ones gifts? One of the great things that has come out of Corona is that online shopping has really progressed massively in Jordan. So when I first came here, I kind of don't remember online shopping being a thing at all. It could be that I was in Zerka, but that was 5 years ago. A lot has changed in the last 5 years. Even since we moved to Amman, it seems like there's a lot more options for buying online. So this is like a very hard and fast list, and I chose it based on the kinds of things that people want to buy their loved ones. Obviously, we don't have Amazon, which is frustrating, and it can sometimes feel a bit like fishing in the dark when you're abroad and you want to send something and you don't know what to send. So I hope that this list is useful to somebody. And probably around Christmas time, I will do a part 2. So if anyone has got any other shops that they really want me to include that I have missed off, then tell me, because there's definitely room for a part 2. So yeah. Most important thing, you need to provide their mobile number, because ultimately whatever address you give, the delivery driver is probably going to want to ring them up and confirm, because we don't have postal codes. And names of streets can vary and things like that, and the spellings can vary when they're in English and things. So just remember, whatever you do, put the phone number on the delivery address. So before I get started with my list, I will also say that one of the questions I get asked, particularly from potential brides, is what can I get my mother-in-law? What are the kinds of gifts that people give when they visit each other, or when they want to give gifts? And I typically tell them that basically anything that you buy will be appreciated. Anything that you gift will be appreciated. But the kinds of gifts that we tend to give when we visit each other are things like cup sets and plate sets and dinner sets and things, glass sets, pretty things for your kitchen, for your home, any kind of decorations. They'll bring paintings and things. They're quite neutral presents that everyone can kind of enjoy, but people like things that they can kind of say, look what this special person bought me, and show them off to other visitors and other guests and things. So that tends to be quite a personal, quite a nice thing to do. Is just anything that can be shown off that's a little bit fancy, a little bit glitzy, a little bit special for the home. They tend to be quite good gifts. And for that reason, the first shop on my list is Dimlaj. Dimlaj is known as quite a upscale glassware company. They create all of these kind of like their leading fashion in glassware and things like that. They make really beautiful things, and everyone else kind of goes and copies them. But if you want to get something really special and something really modern and new, I would go with Dimlaj. And of course, you can buy that online from wherever you are in the world and order it to your loved one in Jordan. I should mention as well that none of this is sponsored in any way. I haven't had any gifts sent to me or any paid sponsorship or anything like that. This is just my personal list that I keep giving out to people. So my next one is Souk Fan. This one is actually really special in its own right, because it's kind of like a Jordanian Etsy. So they get all products, local artists and local creators and things, and those artists can sell their products on Souk Fan. You can just find very unique pieces and very special pieces there. So you can be a bit more creative in things, and that it's going to somebody who's like handmade it and out of their own house and things. So there's something kind of more special about that. And then for kids things, you've got Kenzie and Shalati. Of course, all of the details are going to be below, but those are two quite large toy shops, quite well-known toy shops. You've got other places like Hamleys and things like that, but I'm trying to focus on Jordanian or Arab-owned stores, things that are very local. But of course, everything is bought in from abroad anyway. So with Kenzie and Shalati, most things are like Western toys. They're brought in from America or Europe. But they've got a good selection. And as well for toys, as well as mother and baby items and some houseware items, you've got Damya.com. I've mentioned them before. My family have bought gifts for the boys from Damya.com and it worked really well. And they've got really, really good customer service. I know that personally. Then for flowers, you've got Alisa Flowers. This is a company that is split between UAE and Jordan, so make sure that when you go on their website that you select Jordan, and you'll be able to know if you've got the wrong thing, because everything will be priced as AED, not JOD. You want JOD, Jordanian dinars. So yeah, you can order through them to Jordan flowers, and they've got flower subscriptions and things, which is really special, really nice. They do beautiful bouquets of flowers. Another unique option is Toffee Melt, which is it's a brand that sell handmade toffees. And they're amazing. They're really, really good. They've got this whole range of really creative flavours. They've got modern flavours like salted caramel and things like that. And then they've got like really traditional Arabic flavours. So that's something a little bit smaller, but it is also something quite unique. You might want to like put that together with another gift or something. I thought I would include Toffee Melt because it's special and it's one of the few locally owned, very small businesses that you can buy online. So another one that's very, very local is Dabeen Farms. So Dabeen Eco Farms are, they're located up in the north of Jordan, and they make all different kinds of organic vegetables and things like that, of course, but they also do things for the house like candles. They do cosmetics and things. So that's somewhere that you can get that's very local, very eco-friendly, and very unique as well. And it's actually a nice one if you want to order groceries for somebody just to help them out, or just as a nice gesture. I know that a lot of parents send like grocery money to families here and things, so that could be like a nice alternative. And finally, we've got Smart Buy, which is a kind of an expensive electronics shop, but you can buy online. And as well, if you want to get electronics and things, it's better not to send them through normal post, because they'll get stuck at customs. Then you'll have to pay a big tax on the electronics. So if you can buy them inside the country, it actually probably ends up cheaper anyway. Definitely ends up cheaper. So Smart Buy is an option there. The final two are not local at all. It's Zara and Massimo, but I thought that I would include some clothing options. I haven't come across many clothes shops that sell online that are local that are also have a wide variation. I didn't want to go into just doing women's clothes or just doing men's clothes. So with these two, you've got a wide variety for men, women and children. And yeah, it's not local, so I'm not that keen on it, but I thought that I would include it in the list just in case you weren't aware. So thanks for watching. I hope that you guys are having a lovely time preparing for Eid, and that you've got all your clothes ready, and that if I don't speak to you guys before, then have a happy Eid, and inshallah next week's video will be out on time. Yeah, okay, ma salama, bye.